Welcome to the Tabular Data Standards module, an introduction to ONDRI Tabular Data Standards. This is module 1B of the ONDRI NIBS training series. The data standards are a set of rules for the preparation, delivery, and distribution of ONDRI data. These standards help ensure consistency across all platforms, cohorts, and time points, as well as provide relative ease for combining, inspecting, and analyzing data. Standards checks are a part of the data curation pipeline. The ONDRI data standards process involves the neuroinformatics and biostatistics platform NIBS and other platform curators. Platforms submit data packages to the NIBS team, and NIBS informs platform curators of any changes that need to be made before the data package can progress to the next stage of the data cleaning process. This period of revision is an iterative process where there is back and forth communication between the NIBS team and the platform to ensure that the suggested changes were made to the data package or to negotiate different corrections if the initial suggestions were not deemed appropriate by the platform. Platform curators can use the standards checking guidelines outlined in Module 2D to understand what the NIBS team checks for when approving a data package for standards adherence. This proactive measure ensures a more efficient and seamless transition through the entire data cleaning and curation process. To conduct standards checks on tabular data, NIBS downloads the submitted data package and uses a Shiny app, as well as manual checks to ensure adherence to data standards. Manually checking data allows NIBS to screen and enforce structure to elements of the file that are hard to check via automated scripts. For example, variable names, logic in questionnaires, adequate description for the missingness of a participant, and ensuring that the values in the data file fall within the range outlined in the dictionary file. When preparing data to be submitted and eventually released, it entails more than just creating a data file. Instead, a data package is developed to provide all necessary information to the user about the data. The Shiny app used for standards checking looks at the entire data package. Similarly, when NIBS conducts manual checks, all package components are examined. Within a data package, there are required files and optional files. Required files include a README, which is a tabular comma-separated value file that describes and lists the contents of the data package. In this example, listed in the File column are the names of all the files for a synthetic data package, followed by a brief description of each file. Dictionary files are also required. They are tabular CSV files that maps and describes the variables in the data file. Continuing to use the synthetic data package as an example, the first column of each row lists the variables included in the data file. These variables correspond to the columns of the data file. A brief description is given for each variable, and the variable type is also given. The values column lists ranges for data points expected for each variable. The data file is a tabular CSV file that contains data for distribution. As you can see, the variables across the top match the variables listed down the first column of the dictionary file from the previous slide. The values for each variable also fall within the range described in the values column of the dictionary file. Methods is a required document that describes how data were pre-processed and prepared for release. This is an extended version of what you would expect in the Methods section in publication. The Methods document is usually in a PDF format. Some data packages have a missing file. This is a tabular CSV file that describes missingness and reasons when participants are entirely missing in the data file. Some data packages may also include additional files that can help with interpreting the data package. Supplemental files, shortened as SUP, are files containing additional information, notes, or generally qualitative information not otherwise distributed. For example, clinical, administration, or instrumental notes, collection parameters, why certain values were missing for participants. Glossaries are documents that contain short descriptions of terms and background. Once all revisions made by NIDS are approved by the platform and the files have been officially moved to the standards folder, and no other errors have been detected in the standards process, meaning all files have passed standards, NIBS will move the entire data package to the Outliers folder and open an issue there to begin the Outliers analysis process. Thank you for watching Module 1B, Tabular Data Standards. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback about the ONDRI NIBS training series, please visit the ONDRI and OBI websites for more information.